Alright, in the home stretch, that's the shape we were after. Right. It's at this point that you stop and you get your cup of tea and you have a look at it and you weigh it up and you can see where it needs doing. Normally this would be about 3 or 4, maybe 5 days after the previous clip, but no, we'll carry on. First thing we're going to look at is, I don't know if you can see it, but the profile on that bowl has changed slightly. There's little lumpy bits, and this is the point that they call fine carving, and they call it fine carving because that's it now. It all tends to be thumb push, thumb lever, tiny shavings were taken off. This is where the time goes. When people say to me, oh, how long does it take you to carve a spoon? I'll say 3 hours. And they say, oh. I say, yeah, it takes me about 40 minutes to axe it out, if that. It takes me about 40 minutes to rough carve it. And then it can take anything up to an hour and a half going over it and just tweaking everything into shape. And you'd be surprised. In fact, it's at this point that I need to just duck away for a second and get my come closer glasses. Oh, hello. That's better. Now I can see it. Just taking out little lines. All these lines should be smooth, continuous curves. They shouldn't have lumps and bumps in them. Radical changes of direction. Here's a couple of bumps. It goes in, then it just comes out a bit, and then it picks up the line again. So we'll take that lump out, we'll take that lump out. That pencil mark and a slight bit of tear out on the end. We just shave that off. Yeah, that's it, that's that. It'll do. The back of there's okay, the back of there's okay. The handle needs some work now. Just going down there, and this is why we weren't too fussed about getting this exactly right, them lines there, because if I'm going to change the shape here around there as carving in, that's going to thicken that line up. So yeah, there. Now I don't know if you can see, but this side comes around, sweeps up and comes in slightly. Oh, this side, sorry. This side's a little flat. So we're going to take it in a little bit on here and have a look. Starts there, goes in, take it out. That's better. That's better. That bit there. Down into there. That bit of... There's your father there, we'll take that out. Take that out, transition there. That edge there. Cut that square. Now there's a little rough facet around there. I don't want a facet on the bottom. So I'm just going to shave that off. So that it's smooth. No, still a bit lumpy. So a bit like the axe. You just get the little shaving going and then you just move the spoon around. Gives you a nice even curve. That edge up there, it's a little lump there. Look down, if you look down that edge, you can see the lumps. You can see where it's not straight. Well, straight, I mean smooth. Take that out there. Take that out there. This side. There. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually defining this bottom edge there. Is that? Not happy with the light. It seems like the image is a bit overexposed. Sorry about that. There's not much I can do with it. The film crew have gone on break. Film crew. Oh God. This is why doing this sort of thing live at markets and things is so difficult, because people can't see what's going on because they can't get close enough. Well, I'm happy with the bottom edge. Now we're just going to look at the top edge. Bring that in there. This edge. There. The facet on top. They don't look too bad actually. got somewhere close with that one. Take that pencil line out. Bring that edge back in. And bring that edge back in. Kookaburras. We've had some young ones around. And you can always tell when there's young ones around because the adults are forever calling. Just so they know where they are. Where are you? Billy! Billy! Where are you? So they do a lot of calling even during the day. Normally you only hear them at sunset or sunrise. That's when birds... Dawn chorus. People don't realise it, but that's just birds going, where is everybody? Gotcha. Come up this side. Come up this side. People might think I'm a bit anal, chasing edges and getting them things, but that's what I like to do. That's why I enjoy fine carving so much. Right, now we can work on this bowl. The back edge first. Come from where the facet hits the underside of that rim. And run that back right into that corner. In you go. In you go. Right up there. There we go. That'll do. Do this side as well. Oh, look at that. There's a lot of meat there to come off. And I like detail, I like finishing it. I've always had a lot of patience for stuff like this. And one of the other things I do that I haven't done for a while is put scale models of sailing ships in bottles. And I mean scale models of them. And I don't know, I haven't done it for a while. I don't know whether my eyes are good enough now to take it up again, or if my hands are steady enough. It might be one of those things that age has taken away from me, but never mind. I had fun while it lasted. Made some beautiful bottles, I did. Beautiful boats in bottles. Best I've ever seen. I don't mean that disrespectfully to anybody else, but most of them are just a bit ordinary. And the front here. Now when you come up to this sort of caper now, and we're doing the back of the bowl, you can take a fair bit off the inside. You can make it quite thin, but always just leave that little bit of extra thickness around the front of the bowl where the short grain is, through the middle of here. In here there's a little bit of short grain there. So just leave a little bit of extra thickness, but not much. It doesn't take much. Feeling for all the holes, the lumps, the bumps. Feel a lot, carve a little. Shaving it down slowly. Yeah. Now when I go on to the inside, all I've got to do is just smooth and define the inside rim. Get out my... This is a beautiful tool made by Peter von Trott in Victoria. I have two of them with different curves on them. One's a big sweepy curve, it's got a nice little one here. He made that one for me so I can get into tight corners. Now, just got to come up. Take a little bit off there. Sorry if you can't see what's going on there, but just scrape rather than cut. Just scrape downhill. It's gone quiet in here. say thank you very much for coming. I'm happy with that. It's just a couple of little bits there. Now, this edge, this is going into somebody's mouth, so that edge is sharp. You could try just burnishing it over, or you could put a little chamfer on it. And we mean little, so just take a tiny shaving off the top, right on the corner. Just slide that into that corner there and gone. I'm going to leave that sharp. That's got to be fined up there. That's sharp edge there. Didn't see that. Too busy thinking of other things. Well, let's take it off now. I'm not going to bother with a finial. I like this spoon as it is. It doesn't need any bling. What it does need is squaring up across the top. And rounding. What I mean by that, I'll show you. I don't like them square straight across the top. I like them to have just a little curve, like the transom on a boat. Chamfer that off. Right. A quick burnish.